there. Right here, our axis system. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad with Fine Tune, and today we are doing an 8-speed swap on a 335D. So kind of different from doing like the regular maintenance and stuff on these cars. So it's going to be a fun one. But right here I have a 8-speed transmission from a 535D, and this is a rear-wheel drive transmission. And basically the car behind you right now is a 335D and it has a 6-speed transmission in it. It is the ZF 6HP 28, I think. It might be a 26. But anyway, it's just the 8-speed's a lot more refined, a lot more faster shifting, and you'll actually achieve some better fuel economy with this transmission too. So, and over here we have all the parts. So this is the flywheel needed for it. This is off of a N57 diesel, so the newer generation from the M57 diesel. We got our adapter plate that adapts the M57 to the N57 transmission. We got some fittings here, the 8 HP plug, and then this is kind of like the brains of this whole operation here. So this is the CAN TCU module. Basically what it does is it converts the CAN bus communication from the factory computer of the old diesels, and it communicates and talks with the new 8 HP. So there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of CAN bus messages being sent from the engine computer to the transmission. So basically that just, you know, translates the message through there, and it also does a lot of cool other things in here too. So shout out to Kenneth at CAN TCU for making this swap even possible. And then on it right here you got my wiring harness. So this is actually a harness that I built. It's pretty much as plug and play as you could get with like a factory setup. So these go in underneath the DDE box. They plug into the transmission, and then we have one wire going to the shifter, and then another wiring harness for the OBD. So basically you could plug in an OBD, read fault codes on the transmission, you know, read parameters and stuff like that. So that's the harness. Over here we have a G30 shifter. So this shifter will go on the inside of the vehicle. We'll pull out the 6-speed shifter and put the 8-speed shifter in here. And here's an adapter plate from CAN TCU as well. So that will basically bolt right in the floor of the E90 chassis. And then the shifter will bolt right in there. And we'll probably have to make some sort of bezel for the interior, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there in this video. So stay tuned, watch the whole process of it. We're trying to get it done today. We'll see how far we get, but I have Christian and Colton with me today, so they're going to be helping me with the transmission swap, and we'll get to it. So this is Dario's 335D from Florida, and it got shipped up here in Michigan for me basically just to do the swap. So first things first on this, we have to clear some stuff out of the way. First step is remove the exhaust so we could get some clearance in here for working around the transmission. And then basically we're going to take off this heat shield back here and disconnect the drive shaft on the transmission. We're going to pull the lower transmission mount here and drain the transmission fluid too, take off the lines, disconnect the starter, do the flywheel bolts on it. Just basically get it ready to be pulled, and then once we're ready with that, we'll get the transmission jack underneath here and then start taking out the bell housing bolts, and then yeah, we'll get this transmission out of the way. So right now we're doing the torque converter bolts. We got the exhaust off and the shielding off right here, and the drive shafts off. So just doing the 4 torque converter bolts in here. They're kind of a little tricky, but with the right tools, it's not that bad. Boom. So we got one more torque converter bolt, and then after that we'll start doing the bell housing bolts. The wiring harness is undone on this already, so that's just chilling right there. And bell housing bolts in the starter, and we'll be able to pull this thing out. So right now we're just disconnecting the positive cable for the starter. That way it doesn't arc on anything. And yeah, that's kind of really all we have to do up here for right now. You could actually pretty much do this whole job from underneath, which is pretty sweet. So we'll raise it back up and start tackling the bell housing bolts on this vehicle. Okay, so we got all the bell housing bolts off this thing but one, and this is the key to success. All the extensions, so you could get up on the back side of this and get on a bolt. So we have this one down here. This is the only one left on. So we're going to get the transmission jack underneath this oil pan here, and we'll jack it up, take this bolt off, slide the transmission out a couple of inches, and then lower it on down. And yeah, we'll have the 6 HP out of here in no time. That should be all the bolts. So what we'll do now is we'll kind of wiggle the transmission back. And yeah, just like that. Wiggle it back. Alright, so we got the transmission and the torque converter off the engine. We'll just go ahead and lower this thing down. So underneath here we have the flywheel from the M57. So we're going to take off all these bolts here, put on the 8-speed flywheel, and actually before we do that we have to put on the adapter plate and take this plate out of here. So do that and then put on the flywheel last. Okay, so we got the adapter plate on this guy, and basically, obviously you can see the hole here that we need to cut. So I'm just going to mark it here on roughly where I need to cut. So see the opening. We'll do a hole saw in here first just to get the majority of the aluminum out of the way, and then we'll go through and just shave down the sides a little bit, and we'll get this bolted up in there just to make sure it fits, and we should be good to go. So I'll go ahead and pull this off. So we got everything ground down on the side here with the angle grinder, and the starter fits in here like butter. So that's great. That's exactly what we want here. So now what we'll do next is we'll actually get the starter mounted on this plate here. So previously this starter is mounted with bolts going this way on it. On this starter, we have bolts that go through the threads here and get bolted on this way. So what I usually do is I just clear out the threads in here with a drill bit, and then I believe the bolts that come with this PMC adapter is a little bit too long, so we'll go ahead and grind down the bolts on the back side too. So we'll do that right now. So before we can put the 8-speed in this vehicle, we have to first remove the shifter cable and the actual shifter inside the vehicle, which pretty easy. There's 3 bolts holding it on up here. And then as far as the transmission lines over here, we have to pull these out because we're going to run some 5/8 braided transmission hose to the actual cooler up here. So if you come around here, This is the transmission cooler, and it also has a thermostat in it as well. So basically what it does is, you know, when the coolant gets up to temp, it also runs the transmission fluid through here and heats up the transmission fluid. And it also cools it too if it gets too hot. So for this transmission and the 6-speed as well, you basically want it at operating temperature all the time. So that's what that does. But anyway, we have to take off these 2 lines up here. And what we're going to do is, if you could see this crimp fitting here, we're going to cut that and slip off that rubber hose and slip on a new one with a couple hose clamps. And it'll be a nice clean setup for this, and we'll obviously route the transmission hose nice and clear and out of the way of anything that it may or may not rub on. So that's what we have to do next. So we finally got the transmission lines out here, and these are the important parts. These are the connections that go to the transmission cooler. It's very tricky to pull these off. As you can see on the side, you got these 2 detents that you push in, and then on the other side, 90 degrees from it, you got 2 more. So what I did is I got a pick on all 4 corners of it, and then I was able to pull it out. So that's just helpful tip for you guys for when you swap your 8-speed in. But so now we got these off, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut, take this side cutter wheel, and we'll cut off this bracket here. And we'll cut this off. So this is just like a hydraulic crimped fitting on here, and we should be able to twist and pull this off just like that. So this is a barbed fitting. So this is perfect for my new transmission lines, which are over here. We'll take this out of the bag, and for these transmission lines, we'll slide this in here with a couple crimps on it and get it crimped down really good. And yeah, we'll just use this transmission line and route this straight to the transmission. And on the other side of the transmission over here, we have this, which is the adapter for it. So this straight up goes in the side of the transmission right here for our transmission lines. And then I have AN10 fittings in this bag, and these fittings also have a barb on them. So these will screw on nicely on there, and then transmission line will go on this fitting, and we'll get these transmission lines ran. And it's very important to mark which lines go where on the transmission, because there is an in and an out, and that's important for the thermostat on the transmission cooler. So just keep in mind which line goes to which part of the transmission cooler. So yeah, that's that. We'll get to this, and next thing that we'll do is we'll pull off the shifter on the interior as well. Okay, so it's the next day here. We ran out of some steam last night, but that's totally fine. We're starting fresh and brand new the next morning. So we got the starter on the adapter plate, which is awesome. And then we were working on the transmission lines when we left off. And actually I found an issue here. I would love to use this adapter, but I messed up and I got the wrong fittings for this side, and I also brought the wrong hose. So this hose is a 5/8 line. It's actually for an X5, so I'll save this for when I do my swap on my X5 myself. So I'm going to set that aside, and actually I have these lines here, which come from a 50D over in Europe. So what I'm going to do is I got new 1/2-inch line coming in today, and it'll slip on over these 2 barbs here. And I'll use some hose clamps on them, and then I'll use the 1/2-inch line to go on these fittings for the transmission cooler. So these lines are all off now, which is great. So as soon as that line comes in today, we'll be able to run some transmission lines for the cooler. So that'll be great. So next thing on our list to do is we have to remove the shifter. So if you come over here, this vehicle has obviously the 6 HP shifter in there. So what we need to do is we need to disassemble the center console there and remove that shifter. and get it prepped for the new shifter in there. Okay, so we removed the 6 HP shifter and we got this nice adapter plate in here, and I threw down some butyl tape just to seal up this adapter versus the outside getting, you know, rainwater or anything in here. So what we have to do is we have to secure the shifter down here with a few self-tapping like screws. But before we do like any of the wiring or anything in here, we have to do one piece of wiring on this vehicle, which is on this connector. This connects into the old shifter, and this black with white wiring is the P-lock, and this has to be grounded. So what we'll do is we'll cut this right here, and basically we will ground this with the brown cable right here. So actually Kenneth has a nice little adapter that just plugs in here, but I'm not that fancy today on this vehicle. So we'll strip this back a little bit. We'll strip both these back, and we'll just connect these with a heat shrink connector down here, which is this one right here, and that will be sufficient for grounding it. So that's pretty much the only thing that you have to touch on the factory wiring harness on the inside. On the exterior, we will have to switch the 6 HP to 8 HP connector on the Mechatronics round, but that's all you have to do for wiring in here. So we'll show you that in a little bit, but before we do any of that, I think we'll get the transmission next, now that we got the shifter out of the way. So cool. Pin 5 is way up there. Right here, our axis system. I can't even feel the vehicle shift. We're in third gear right now.